can try to change, but you want some. Come back tomorrow. You know it's not enough that I can make you laugh. Why try to borrow even more time you never have? It's too late, too late, too late, too late. Slide down the rooftop, slide down the rooftop. It's too late, too late, too late, too late. You'd have to rebuild me from the ground up, from the ground up. There's always something, and I can try to change, but you want something else. Why cut off your wings? You could change the world and I'd still be a mess. It's too late, too late, too late, too late. Slide down the rooftop, slide down the rooftop.
Welcome to the free live tarot readings. I'm Tarot Oracle, and I'm your host for said readings. What is going on, Bridget? It has been a minute. How you doing? It's good to see you as well. It's always good to have you in chat. Hello, what is going on? Head Troll, TS, Bartman, and Picasso. How is everybody doing tonight? It is Monday night. Got Monday Night Football later. Looking forward to it. And, CM, welcome. China, we owe China a reading as per right there. Will they reach out by the end of the month? Will they now? Will they reach out? This might hurt tarot. No. Let's go with a Chiro Marchetti deck. Let's start it off with the Encore Tarot. The Encore Tarot. Will they reach out by the end of the month? Well, we're now one day after the middle of the month, so the timer is indeed ticking on what is happening with that. States going back down on the lockdown Wednesday. Oh my, Tammy, what is going on? How long are you going to be locked down? CM, are they literally locking down to where you can't leave the house or you can go to the store? The funny part about the lockdown was like everybody just went to Walmart. Like that's all they did. Walmart was packed because everybody went to Walmart because you're stuck at your house. You need food. You're like, hey, this is the only place I'm going for the whole week is Walmart. I might as well hang out, see what they got, see what movies are on sale and all that other stuff, you know? Had people wandering around the sewing section and all sorts of weird stuff. Mallory, what is going on? How are you doing? Good to see you as well. Patty, hello. Boo Boo, welcome as always. How's everybody doing? So will they reach out by the end of the month? Is that going to be a thing? Nine of Cups looks pretty good. Two of Cups looks good as well. Sun and the Ten of Cups. There's nothing but good news here. So China, you definitely have some great fantastic news here. Hannah, thank you for your donation as well. We got some good news. So the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups sort of bookends your reading. It really sort of makes it just a good mood all around. It's looking good. And with the sun in the middle, this is very, very good news. So if you're looking for good news, this is what you have. An interesting thing that we have here is a lot of cups. I mean, you have cups, more cups, no swords. which is weird. No swords, which is weird. Okay, the Two of Cups, that connection from the Two of Cups. Could it be a Walmart Ace of Swords? Could it be a Walmart Ace of Swords? Maybe. You do have that connection. You do have that call. But it's interesting. It's like not a lot of communication happens. It's more of an emotional thing. We're going through an emotional time. We're moving in emotionally. When they do contact us, it is all about emotions. It's very emotionally connected. It's sort of interesting. It's not a lot of small talk. We just go straight to the beef of the matter. So it's very sort of an interesting read, especially with the sun. Obviously, we're glad to hear from them. We're glad that they call. You know, that Tarot Oracle on YouTube said they were going to call, and then they called, or they reached out. I think it's looking good. But yeah, it's a very big emotional thing. This also points to how big of a thing is this for you? Because if you have this much joy, this many cups, this much elation, is this something that you're sort of like waiting for? Is this something hugely important for you? Obviously, we would get the same vibe from a lot of majors, but this many cups really sort of makes it an emotional thing. But yeah, I mean, you know, pretty simple yes or no question, sort of very highlighted by a lot of emotion and a lot of good news there. So there we go. There we go. So that is a great reading. Speaking of great, Hooping Rabbit and Philippe are both here. Thank you for joining us tonight. I appreciate y'all being here. You feel a storm brewing. Hannah feels a storm brewing. But before that, Mallory wants to know, how's my day going to go today? All right, Mallory, that's a pretty short thing there. Whitmer claims it's going to be 3 weeks, but the last time we did lockdown, every time we closed the deadline, she extended it. Did that last 4 times. That sounds pretty rough, I got to say. It may be time to move. CM, it may be time to get out of there. You know, not a recommendation, entertainment purposes only, but I mean, how much are you going to put up with kind of thing? All right. Let's see about the Waterfall Tarot. Let's see how we're going to do with that. By the way, Waterfall Tarot, this was created by me. I'm making a new deck with food. So tomorrow we're going to have a video discussing my new deck with the food. And, ooh, that is going to be so fun. I'm using a new application, and I am the biggest dork you have ever met in your entire life. And this new app has just really sort of highlighted just how much of a dork I am. But, you know, that's for me to discover. All right. Let's see what's going on here with the today. Pretty simple. How's today going to go? The Eight of Wands. Oh, you got some movement involved here. The Sun, the Page of Cups, the Nine of Cups. It's almost like that you have a little romance thing going on today, right? I think that you meet somebody new. They're cute. I think you got a little romance possibility. You know, I'm not saying there's just this love connection or soulmate or anything like that, but the Page, end of the night, come on. We got a little romance. You just find somebody that's cute today. You do. You find somebody that's cute today. Eight of Wands, maybe we just go to lunch with them. Maybe we talk to them. Maybe we go out drinking with them. Maybe we make some plans later, but definitely sort of somebody new here. The Page of Cups is sort of that initiation. We're talking to somebody new. We got somebody on the line there, somebody interesting. Knight of Cups, Mr. Romance, points to a bit of an emotional satisfaction with that. The Sun overall says it's one of those sunny days. Things go well. Things are nice. Things move along quickly. Things move along pretty good. Eight of Wands says we sort of get an ending to the day. I think at the end of the day, you're kind of hyped about something a little bit. I'm not saying you won the lottery or whatnot, but you're a little bit hyped about something at the end of the day. You know, it's one of those, a lot of times you just can't sleep for a little bit. You know, you got problems getting to sleep because you're still hyped about something. But I think that's how today's going to go. Not the best day of your life, obviously, but, you know, kind of fun, kind of cute. Definitely have some movement involved there with that Eight of Wands. Come back and let us know. I mean, that's a quick turnaround to the reading. Let us know tomorrow, you know. So the keyboard, but I know the struggle, sunflower color. Okay, Mimsy, good to see you as well. Azek Shimsy, as always. How does SD feel about me? SD, those SD cards, they feel great. KD, welcome. How are you doing? You seen the pics on Instagram? KD, wait until tomorrow's Instagram post. By the way, if you're not following me on Instagram, you're crazy. I'm posting all the new cards I'm making on the deck. You get to give me feedback and all of that stuff. So if you have an opinion on the cards, you get to let me know. You know what I mean? All right. Hannah has a storm brewing. Yeah, is that going to be good or bad? I don't know. Storm is a brewing. What is going to happen? Guess what we're going to use? Yes, the Elemental Wisdom Tarot. Andrea, thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for your donation as well. I appreciate it as always. Good to see you. Look, we're using the Elemental Wisdom Tarot. This is from Taroteca Studio. Speaking of hyped, I'm not even going to shuffle this. I shuffled this for almost 20 minutes. Just to, when you get a new deck, you got to shuffle the Jesus out of it. You do. You got to shuffle the Jesus out of it when you first get it. And that's what I did today. So no need to reshuffle it because, wow, I shuffled it pretty good. All right. Something's brewing. Something's lit up. We got a little feel that there's going to be some fiery brewing things coming on. Look at this. We get the Hierophant too. What is going on with all of that? The Classic Girl. Love that name. Classic Girl, welcome. How are you doing tonight? So good to see you as well. Thank you for your donation. Focus on moving or changing career. We'll do a throwdown for you. All right. Storm is a brewing. The Six of Swords, the Hierophant, the World, and the Hermit. Well, Storm is definitely a brewing here. I mean, that is not a slow brew. That is straight to the high setting on the stove kind of brewing. You know what I mean? We got three majors and the Six of Swords brewing us into the majors. Now, the Six of Swords means we're moving into something different. So yes, there is a storm brewing, but the interesting part is we're moving into a good part first. So this points us to the calm before the storm. There's a little bit of calm before the storm. You can see it in the background. You can see that calm, that soothing feeling as Hannah's sort of just cruising through. And you know what I mean? The one interesting part of the Six of Swords is it normally has other people in it, but this deck, those people have abandoned you. Those people have abandoned you. So you're on this trip sort of by yourself. You're not really having a lot of help, a lot of assistance. You're not really getting a lot of things done as you sort of ride in there. It's a bit much. What are we going to do? Because we're moving to the Hierophant. Now, this points to a lot of different things. The keywords for the Hierophant. Bella, thank you for your donation as well. I appreciate you. Keywords for the Hierophant are an organization, a court, something serious, something big, a school, a school organization type thing. And that's because it's a leader. Back in the old days, the Hierophant the Pope would actually appoint the emperor. You know what I mean? So this is the highest of authority. And I'll talk about this in my book. So it's interesting. We're talking about something with authority, something serious, something big is coming up. So something is brewing indeed. You're going maybe to an institution, school, court, something like that. Or we have some of a large authority, could be government doing a tax audit, could be a variety of different things hitting in here. The World says it does come to an end pretty abruptly and pretty quickly, which is going to be good. If you do have a storm brewing, you might as well get to the end of the storm as quickly as possible. You don't want to linger in there, and you don't. The World is a conclusion card. It says we have good news, but we have good news in the end. Look how pretty that is. Look at CM is right. This is beautiful. CM likes the World card. I do too. So you know what I mean? There you go. The World card says we're coming to an end. We're closing it out. And this is really, really close to the Hierophant. So whatever you have going in here gets closed out pretty quick, right? The Hermit, is interesting that, again, we're bookended by two lonely cards. We don't have a lot of help. We don't have a lot of assistance. We end up getting into the Hermit. But the Hermit has been there. The Hermit has run the miles. The Hermit knows. The Hermit is aged, has the knowledge with it. So you're getting some of that knowledge, getting some of that as you sort of move in there. But yeah, Storm is a brewing indeed. I almost want to use this deck all night. I'm tempted to use this deck all night. We'll use it at least once more. Andrea, looking for a yes or no reading, please. Okay. We'll have a yes or no reading. That's pretty specific. Let's see. Should focus on. Okay. Andrea, we'll do Andrea. Yes or no? Let's chase that down. We'll not do a throwdown. We'll just do a regular read on this. We will use everybody's favorite literally everybody's favorite, the What's Its Face tarot. Yeah, the What's Its Face, the Playful Heart tarot, otherwise known as the What's Its Face tarot. The Classic Girl, that deck was gorgeous indeed. They did a lot of work. Okay, as a Photoshop user, you know, I'm not saying I'm a power user. I've used it every day, but I've used it on and off since it was released. So I'm very familiar with everything and how it works. And I have no idea how they did some of that art. Obviously, they have a culmination of different things, but those things that you would normally buy to combine in there cost a lot of money. So the investment they put forth obviously was worth it, but the investment they put forth getting those images together and whatnot from whatever source, I mean, I could go to Adobe stock and probably get the same amount of images, but the expense for that would be outrageous, especially a commercial license. Anyway, all right. Yes or no reading for Andrea. Let's cut to the point. Let's cut to the point. The Star, the the Four of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, 2, and the Fool. If I were to say yes or no, it's kind of hard to just say yes or no because I like to talk. So, you know, not shocking. I do like to talk. So, the Fool says do it. The Fool says yes. The Fool leans towards a do it. You know, the just do it video, the meme, just do it meme. If you need to go watch that, by the way. Just do it. Just do it. What are you waiting for? Do it. The Fool says, you know, just do it. We're taking a leap here. I don't think this is something you want to take the leap with, though. Why do I say that? Because we have the Four of Pentacles starting it off. It's like we have some hesitation coming into this. We do. We have the Star says we're going to go through it anyway. It's one of those roads we need to walk anyway, but we don't want to walk it. So we don't want to walk down that road. The Star's leading us there. The Four of Pentacles says, no, I'm staying here. I'm not walking that road. We're not doing it. But you got to do it eventually anyway. Six of Pentacles says, along the road, we get gifts. We get gifts. We get a little bit of help. We get a little bit of something, right? The Fool says the road ends off a cliff. You know, not literally, but it ends with something unexpected. It ends with something sort of interesting. So, you know, basically it's yes. Basically it's yes. It says do it. The Fool says do it, just like the just do it meme that is on YouTube. You just got to go forth and be merry. Go forth and do it. So yes, I would say that is a yes reading there. Let me pull up the just do it because somebody's like, what in the world are you talking about? All right. Who is that? That is, just do it. It's Shia LaBeouf. There you go. Just do it. There we go. Original video.
Just do it! Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not gonna stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it!
That never gets old. That never gets old. He's got a green screen behind him. I could probably incorporate that into the stream somehow. Like have him just animated in the middle of the screen. I should do that. Anyway, all right. You know, enough of that. Enough of that. On to the readings. The Classic Girl. It's like, why isn't he doing my reading? He's just do it in the background. Like, what's going on over there? Classic Girl's like, first time in the stream, like, what the world is going on in this stream? All right. Should I focus on moving or changing career? All right. Well, we're going to do a throwdown. We're going to have the formal throwdown, by the way.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
Speaking of just do it. So how the throwdown works is on one side we have one decision. On the other side we have the opposite decision. You know what I mean? And there you go. There you go. Yeah, search for Shia LaBeouf and just do it. It's just funny. But it is green screen. I guarantee I could incorporate this on the stream where Shia LaBeouf would be like walking around and yelling and just do it. I'll look into that. I'm sure I'm not the first person that's thought of that. I'm sure that's available somewhere. Anyway, all right, let's see it. Focus on moving or changing career. So speaking of just do it, here's how it works. On the left side, we have yes. This is a moving. This is choice one, which is going to be moving for you. Oh my, that looks bad. Oh, well, it's okay. And on this side, we said changing career. So should I focus on moving or changing career? Let's look at the pros and cons of that, and instead of just making a choice, right? So let's see the throwdown time. So focus on moving, the moving things. There's some emotional satisfaction with that. I think some people are encouraging you to move. I think some people really want that. They're like, hey, just do it. Just move, So you have some encouragement. You have some emotional satisfaction for that. We have a good feel for that. We have this nice recycled water going into the cups and then going down the tubes. I mean, it seems that we have some good things happening in connections with that. Unfortunately, moving, you get abandoned at some point. It seems because this is the barren land behind her. And she's got the seeds to sort of populate it and the seeds to sort of recreate everything and redo everything. But it's just sort of barren. It feels like that. It feels like that you got yourself into a situation where as you moved or after you moved, you're sort of unfamiliar territory. You're in a place where there's not a lot of things. You feel like you just went in the middle of nowhere kind of feel. Science says you're able to work through that, though. It's almost like that there's opportunities after moving. In other words, science says using your particular skills to make a better place, to make a better thing, right? And I think that you have those skills. You're able to use those skills at the destination. That's going to be good news. That's going to be great news because now I have a couple of opportunities that I didn't have before I moved. Now, changing career. If we change career, this looks sort of interesting. It actually looks like the better option. The home card, the security card, it's called power, but it is security. It's behind these gates. You're nice and nestled in. And it looks great. It feels great. You have all the security. I think changing your career, you're going to get out of that though. You're going to get out of this thing. Suddenly you're in uncharted territory where you're just like, I just did it, but now I'm kind of broke or now I'm kind of having problems. Now I'm in an unfamiliar territory and I'm kind of worried at this point. But after a period of time of changing the career, it does say that you get reward from your work. And that's what the 3 is about. The 3 is not only about getting a new career, getting new jobs and things like that, but it's about rewards for your satisfaction. If you watch my Thoth video, you're being handed the diamond is being lifted up by the little hover cars or the little hover machines. Anyway, it says you get rewarded for that and you have opportunities as well. The swiftness, the movement card says we have opportunities with that. So there you go. There's the pros and cons of either. If I would have had to choose, changing career seems good. Obviously, I'm just a random dude on the internet. Don't, follow that advice. Don't change career based upon somebody on the internet reading tarot cards. So use your better judgment, entertainment purposes only. All right, Bella, love reading. Al or Dan? We could have another throwdown, but let's sort of go with it. See, Al or Dan. See what is up. Bella, Al or Dan. Which is going to be better? Which is going to be the better choice? I think the better choice is going to be the Gregory Scott Tarot. The Gregory Scott Tarot. We have sort of a mini throwdown because, AL or Dan, we just don't know how that is going to go. Just don't know. It is there. Playing it ready compared to the decks. Yeah, okay. All right, let's look at that. Let's go with 3 for Al and let's do 3 for Dan. See which one is going to be less stinky. Less stinky, less like this tarot that stunk. You don't want one of those. All right, let's see AL first of all. What did AL get? AL's kind of controlling there. AL's got a bit of the controlling feel. Look at that. A bit packed in with the devil and the King of Swords too. King of Swords is controlling. I mean, that is sort of like a bit of a totalitarian, my way or the highway. King of Swords says they are a bit much, and they have some rules. They have some kind of picky, sort of a Virgo feel in there. No offense, I'm a Virgo, so I can say that. But the King of Swords says we do have a little bit of controlling factor with that. And you feel that with the devil. We feel kind of trapped in. It's like if we choose to go with AL, we feel like a little bit of trapped in. Suddenly I'm like, ooh, that is... that is a bit trapped. I don't feel like I have a lot of room to move around because of the controlling factor, right? Eight of Pentacles says that there is some work involved with AL. Overall, if you sort of get into that, there is a lot of navigation. There is a lot of trying to change this person. We're trying to move on to something that's not there. The Eight of Pentacles says overall, this doesn't look good at all. AL just doesn't look good. That looks really bad. I would say it looks really, it's not like terrible. You don't have the Three of Swords, the Ten of Swords. You don't have anything absolutely horrible, but that doesn't look good. Okay, Dan, let's see if Dan smells a little better. Ooh, the Magician, the King of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. I think Dan's a lot better. I think Dan is looking great. The King and the Queen of Wands, both right there together, both having a good relationship coming in here. That is interesting. This is a nice, stable kind of thing to where there's a lot of stability in it. There's a lot of maturity coming in there. I mean, Dan is not new at the dating scene. Dan is not new with relationships. They're not coming in and like, duh. No. I think they know what they're doing. I think they're pretty good with this, right? So we have the King and the Queen. We're talking about a mature relationship, something that Dan has that other people are not going to have is they know what to do. A relationship is sometimes hard. You know what I mean? I mean, if you don't know what to do, you fumble around, you stumble around, you make bad choices, you say stupid things, you never call back. A lot of times people are just selfish. I don't think Dan is this way. Dan is seasoned enough to where they sort of know what to do to keep it going, to keep it alive, and to keep the romance flowing and stuff like that. The Magician as well, as you feel like Dan is more empowering instead of being overpowered. So the Magician says, hey, I have all of these skills. Let me give some to you. Let me show you how to do some things. Oh, you have some skills too. I want to learn those. I want to be part of that. And they have this sort of an inviting, the Magician is very inviting. It's very sort of open. It's very sort of, let's exchange, fun stuff. Let's get to know this and that. And there's always sort of an adventure around the corner. So overall, Dan looks a lot better. Does not look as stinky as this tarot right here. I'm just saying, if I were to pick that, I would pick Dan. You know what I mean? There you go. Don't want to have to raise, that's it. See, Tammy has a good point. You don't want to have to teach some random dude how to be a dude. You know what I mean? You want the dude to already know that. And I think Dan is bringing that in. AL could have that too, but geez, they use it to their advantage. You know what I mean? Sunflower, thank you for your donation to choose somebody. Katie, thank you for yours as well. What's going to happen with my finances? Get some money. Get some money. All right. Let's see if we skipped anyone. Got a classic girl, got Andrea. No, I think we're good for that because this program is just taking a dump lately. It's just taking a dump right on my face. I don't know what's going on with this thing, but last night it skipped 2 people. It didn't even show me that they made a donation. All right. Money. What is going on with the money? See, I was going to go with KD. For this one, let's use our dark mansion because KD wants the dark mansion. KD gets the dark mansion. There you go. What is going on, Havana? How are you doing tonight? Havana, what is your question? Let us know. If you got a question, 2 wands, you know what that means. Could be. All right, we'll scroll up too, see if we got any pending questions from anybody else. If you have a question, ask it in chat. Let's see that. Havana, ask your question. There you go. By the way, there is no list. In case you're wondering, we pick at random, but Sunflower has hosted somebody, so we'll pick a random one for Sunflower there. Let's see what is going on there. Dump, that's what you got to do. All right, the money and the finances, how is it going to go? As Pink Floyd says, money, it's a crime. What is it? You keep your hands off my stack, Jack? I don't know. All right. See what it is. What are the finances coming? The Magician says, the Lovers, the World, and the Three of Pentacles. It's almost like that we are working to get out of something. It sort of feels like that. Does LS like me? There you go. Does LS like me? Havana, we got you covered. Thanks, Sunflower, by the way, Havana. Sunflower has covered your question. I appreciate that as always. All right. The Magician says you have the skills in order to get the money. Basically, we have the skills in order to get the money, which is going to be important here. You have the skills that people want. Unfortunately, finding the right people that want to pay you for said skills is a bit challenging sometimes. It almost feels like that we're looking, and things are just challenged sometimes. We just don't get the flow that we need to get. We just don't get sort of the synchronicity that we need sometimes. A lot of sort of bad luck or things that just aren't working. Well, the world is almost like we just don't get the happy ending, right? We don't get that job that is the perfect job that we've always loved and always wanted, and the great boss that loves us and appreciates. It's just we can't seem to be finding these things as far as finances go. The lover says as well, we seem to have some bills that just keep coming. It just is endless supply. The lovers, we don't seem to get the synchronicity that we need, but we do have the skills. The magician says you have what it takes to get going and what it takes to get the money there. It's almost like either location is the problem, the type of career, the type of job is the problem. There's something that, you see other people making it. It's almost like there's something else that's in the way, right? Three of Pentacles says we're able to work through that. We're able to get a new opportunity. I would say, early next year, we have a better opportunity. I think things start to improve. Not dramatically, but I think gradually. So we are looking at things improving, but at a gradual state. Three of Pentacles, we have things that we can chase. We have things that we can do. The bills sort of level out a little bit. I think that things sort of settle down. And overall, it's not doing too bad, though. Looks like 2021 is going to be a little bit better for you. 2020 has been rough for all of us. We sort of recognize that, but 2021 hopefully is going to be better. We got the vaccine coming and we got all this other stuff as well. So, hopefully that works out. But yeah, the three says we are moving into a better space as far as that goes. And it does sort of recognize that it's been a little bit of a challenge. You know what I mean? A little bit of a challenge. Tammy said, these cards are interesting. Indeed, they are. Does LS like me? We used to have a viewer named LS. Laura, she hasn't been here in a while. We have a lot of the old school viewers. I just don't see anymore. Brianna, we have Laura. Let's see. Well, the one that, what is it? Peach? Juicy Peach? Juicy Peach came back, though. Juicy Peach came back, though. Have you seen the new emoji from iPhone? Tammy, I have not. What is the new emoji from iPhone? Let us know. Learn a new system, meaning of playing cards. Yeah, playing cards is kind of weird. All right, let's go here and we'll do the Wonderland Tarot for that. The Wonderland Tarot, because we need some hearts and love. Need some hearts and love for need some hearts and love for Havana. You know what I mean? We need it. We need it. Crystal, you have somebody with your same name. CM. All right. Best questions ever. Could be. Juicy Peach. Yeah. Juicy Peach was very busy trying to... Juicy Peach would make the stream interesting immediately. You know what I mean? Juicy Peach sort of came in and asked the questions that nobody else is going to ask. So there you go. By the way, this is the Tarot of Wonderland. Nate, it's good to see you. What is going on? Nate is stepping out for a bit. I did not answer. Nate, what is your question? I guess I got to scroll up. I'll scroll up and figure out your question, Nate. There you go. I will figure out your question, Nate. All right. Tarot of Wonderland is done there. Does LS like me? The Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and the Page of Swords, and a reversed Three of Wands. Okay. My translation of this is that LS has already found their mate. LS has already found the mate. Oh, yeah, Mimsy, I should make a Juicy Peach tarot card for my new food deck. And the peach is going to be, what did Juicy Peach try to, chasing a monk and all these other things Juicy Peach was chasing. It's got to sniff some hair too. All right. Does LS like me? So Havana. It looks like LS has already found what they wanted. The three of wands is a search and seek card. They're looking out amongst the territories. They know that they need something and they're scanning, they're looking at the ship, they're expecting something. It's reversed. It means I found what I want. I found what I'm looking for, right? The Five of Pentacles is a bit much. As you can see, there's a little drama here. They found what they're looking for, but man, they're taking it hard. So they made a bad decision. Let's go with this. They made a bad decision and they're paying the price, but they have found what they're looking for. Some people like a little bit of spice. They like a little bit of that. Maybe they enjoy that as well, but they have found it basically, right? So if you're asking if they like you, Knight of Wands into the Page of Swords. It seems that they sort of like everybody. They're pretty open person. They seem to be moderately social. They seem to be, pretty friendly with everybody. Have they looked at you and like focused on you and isolated you? I don't see any cards that would support that. The Two of Cups, the Lovers, the Six of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, anything. There's so many cards where they would sort of focused on you and they're looking in your direction. It doesn't seem that way. It seems like they already found what they're looking for. They're suffering with drama because of that. It seems that there are blockages. There are things about being defensive about all of that. But the Page of Swords is the master of all the elements. They know all the elements, are able to juggle the elements, are able to be good at everything. In other words, they're good with everybody. They're good with people in general, right? So do they like you? I think you're okay. Do they love you? Do they want to interested in anything like that? It doesn't seem that way. It just doesn't. I don't see the cards that support it. I don't see any cards that rule it out though. So in other words, they like to talk to you. They like being around you, but have they razor focused on you and you're going to be the one? Absolutely not. At least according to the cards. So there we go. All right. Monk and orgasm doesn't sound right together. You never know, Tammy. You never know. It could be like, it could be peanuts and gum together. You know what I mean? It doesn't sound right and it isn't right at all, but you never know. But there you go. But there we go. All right, Nate had a question about the military. What should I do to get that stuff I wanted out of the military? Joining the military isn't the best way to personally get out of it. Okay, Nate, more military questions. Okay, Nate wants something out of the military. Get what I want out of the groups. There we go. Get what I want out of the groups. How are we going to be able to do that? For that, we have a good thing. The Bonfire Tarot will definitely lead us in that direction. I think Juicy Peach was seducing a dude at work, and she got the dude to sniff her hair, and she was all excited because he was sniffing the hair like Joe, I guess, and he was doing the hair sniffing thing, and she was all excited about it. And then it didn't work out. So then she started chasing a monk, and she was on Facebook with the monk, and they were having orgasms together or something like that. I don't know the details, but Juicy Peach deserves her own card in my Foodie Tarot. Guaranteed. She needs a card dedicated to her, without any doubts. All right. Peanuts and gum. By the way, Mimsy, I got that joke from Homer Simpson. One of the Halloween episodes. One of the Halloween episodes has Homer Simpson making a making a reference to peanuts and gum, and he proceeds to eat it, and it was disgusting. I still remember it. All right. We need something out of these groups. We need the camaraderie. We need the support. We need the people many years later. What can I do to get that? Well, the Four of Swords, we have the Devil, we have the Knight of Wands, and the Magician. It's going to be difficult to get that level. I think the level that we get, this Bonfire, yes, Bonfire Tarot, the level that we get from the military far exceeds anything else that we could possibly do. I mean, unless you're willing just to dive into a particular religion, where some of the religious leaders and the participants are very focused and very dedicated to each other, unless you want to do that, then the military is really unsurpassed. The military has so many things going for it as well, right? You have so many branches that you could join that are all going to be vastly different. It also has the camaraderie. I mean, you can be in the military 20 years later, you can meet somebody else who's in the military and they'll consider you their friend immediately. It's like an instant friend thing. And you have people like in my neighborhood, we have people like have celebrating any military personnel. They'll ask, do we have any military personnel around? And they'll say, me. And they'll actually have a little party for them. So there's nothing like that. There's nothing going to touch that. As well as you have the GI Bill to where you can get, basically a free college degree from there. You can also retire at a very a decent age. In other words, you're not in IT. In IT, you're probably going to be working until you're 70. I mean, that's just how IT works. But yeah, you're in that early retirement thing as well. A lot of benefits in there. Obviously, you don't want to be stuck somewhere remote and end up getting blown up or something or shot or whatever, but that's a part of joining the military, right? The Knight of Wands basically is the only right side up card here. The Knight of Wands is the action card. You have to sort of take that action and pay that price to get the benefits. The Magician says there's nothing really anything else that's going to replace that. Carrot Top Girl, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Magician reverse says there's nothing really that's going to be able to replace that. The Magician is the master of the elements. He has the power, he has the abilities without being upside down. He just doesn't have it. The Devil reverse, there's no free ticket. Basically, there's nothing else to that level. So you want something at that level. Obviously, that is going to be the penultimate thing that you're going to be able to do is you serve, 4 years or whatever, get your GI Bill and all that, and get all the benefits from that. And then for the rest of your life, you have free medical care and all sorts of massive benefits that nobody else, no organization is going to have. No, there's no martial art. There's no club that matches that. So basically, you can't. That's basically what it's saying. There we go. And that's for all donations, very single, not at the same time. What? So I can't get anywhere. Well, I mean, you at that level, Nate, at that level, no. Can you join a karate club or something and see one of those guys 10 years later and they'll be your best friend? Sure. Can you join anything to get that level of benefit? No, it just doesn't look like there's anything else. It just doesn't do it. Anyway, it's okay. Shouldn't join what I can't get anywhere else, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just telling you what the cards say, man. Ultimately, this is a tarot reading and it's your life. So, but definitely want to, shop around and find out information about that and all that. So the other reading I told you, I said that it wouldn't ultimately be your best choice or you wouldn't be ultimately happy with it. It doesn't still mean that, I don't know. Again, just readings, man. It's just tarot, dude. All right, Taurus. Is the Taurus going to work out? Do we have a stubborn Taurus? Will there be the stubborn Taurus or not? Let's see about that. Actually, we have cards falling through the holes in my tower. That's the one thing about my tower. It's holy. It has little gaps in it and cards are falling through, and it's really annoying because fishing them out is quite the challenge, but yeah. So Nate, yeah, ultimately, it's a good path to go through. Military is not a bad path to go through. You got to be very selective and very picky about how you approach it, what branch you approach, how you prepare for the test, what you are applying for. You want to be a cook? You want to drive a tank in the Army? Do you want to fly a helicopter? Unless you're like 5'5", you're probably not going to be flying a jet. But you can still fly a helicopter, a plane, then you get out of there. You're a professional pilot because they love hiring ex-military. So, a gazillion things you could do, a gazillion branches you could choose from. So, I don't know. It's up to you. Taurus. Is the Taurus going to work out? Strength, the 5 of coins, and the 3 of wands. Ultimately, this looks kind of challenging. It does look kind of challenging. The main problem I have is the Three of Wands, which points to, again, seeking and searching something else. Ultimately, you're just not happy at some point. Entertainment purposes only, obviously, but ultimately, Nate, you are 5'5". Hey, you got a possibility of flying a jet then. The shorter you are, the more chances you have of flying a jet, to some extreme, but yeah, anyway. And you also have to take a ton of tests. The Three of Wands is ultimately you end up searching for elsewhere, searching for something else. You know what I mean? Renee, welcome. How are you doing tonight? So that's not good. That's not a good ending to it. Carrot Top. It's just not. It says that ultimately I need something better. And we have sort of a warm up to that with the Five of Coins. I'm just not getting what I want. The stability is not there. I'm getting the runaround. Either I think you end up getting ghosted or something. But yeah, the Five of Coins says I'm just left out in the cold. Now, there's a window here. Interesting. Whenever you get a relationship reading, if you have a window, it could point to a long distance relationship. Kind of an interesting tidbit or whatnot. But Carrot Top, are they moving, or is it a long distance relationship, or is something that you could be moving, they could be moving? Kind of interesting window opportunity. But yeah, the Five of Coins, you're left out in the cold. Again, it could be ghosting. It could be something just not satisfied with the stability. The Pentacles are stability cards. The Three of Wands are looking for something else. The Devil kind of starts it off bad. We got a bad flavor on the first bite. On the first bite, we have a bad flavor with the Devil. It just seems that there are other things happening with that. Strength says you do hold on to it. You're like, I think I can make this work out. Sage Advice Tarot, thank you for your donation. Let me know what your question is. You're like, I think it can work out. I'm holding on to it. I'm desperately going to hang on to it. I can work through this. I can get through this because I am Carrot Top Girl. Dun, dun, dun. I can get through it. I can just do it. I can just do it.
What are you waiting for? Do it!
You can just do it. And it doesn't look good. Carrot Top, it doesn't look good at all. Carrot Top, that, it looks okay, but at the end, it doesn't look good. Well, there you go. All right, Nate, peace out to you as well, my friend. All right, let's see what we got. Sage Advice Tarot. What is going on, everybody? It's Monday night. It is Monday night. Humid weather for Philippe. There we go. And Sage Advice Tarot, let me know what you're thinking. It was raining so hard today, my hair is still wet. Oh, wow. That is pretty good. Oh, my God, save that. Yeah, Katie wants to hear the Just Do It on every stream. Oh, I'll leave it up. I'll bookmark it, and I'll play it occasionally. Is that too loud? Is it too loud? I mean, that's what I want to know. All right, what do we got new in the tarot land? We got a new, what do you think about this tarot here? Now, what do you think? I'm going to copy it to chat there. Marge, thank you for your very generous donation. I appreciate that. All right, see, look at that tarot I just put in there. Look at the tarot. I like it, but the minors are not colored, but the majors are. And it looks like she's been working on this for like 3 years or something. I don't know. All right, Marge, what's holding up my Capricorn? What's he thinking? Let's see about that. Marge, thank you again. I greatly appreciate you. Let's see what is going to happen with that. Yeah, just do it. At the end of the day, you just got to do it. That is the option there. What is holding up? I guess we got a little bit of hearts. What is holding up the Capricorn? What is going to happen with the Capricorn? I think that this deserves a heaven and earth tarot because I love the heaven and earth tarot. I do. Career outlook for the rest of 2020. Sage Advice, we got you covered. Thanks again. It's nice and relaxed tonight. I like this. Questions coming in a nice flow. It's not like 8 at once like we have on Thursday nights. Thursday nights is the new power night. I mean, that's the night that pretty much everybody comes in, which is kind of fun. But yeah, nice. Monday's usually kind of slow. It's a nice stream. It's nice and relaxed. I sort of chat with everybody, see how everybody's doing, see what's up with Renee. How are you doing? Renee, where are you moving to? Are you getting out of South Texas? Are you getting out of Texas entirely? Let us know. Anyway, all right. See what is holding up. What is he thinking? What is going on with that? He's not comfortable, that's for sure. He's not comfortable, that's for sure. Something's happening with this. We have a bit of a defensive feel and a choices feel. Now, this combo is sort of interesting here. It is interesting. We're defending ourselves. We're being defensive with that, and we're making choices. What does that point to? It means that something in our life is being presented and we don't want it. We have a bit of a, this is a bit too much. Let me sort of navigate around this particular situation. And then the Two of Pentacles is change and choices. They're having some choices to be made. Right next to the Lovers is sort of interesting. It points me to, okay, anyway, we're going to go out on a limb here. Mars, we're going way out on a limb. I mean, there we go. Okay, entertainment purposes only, Marge. This is what I see in the tarot. We have being defensive. We're having a situation where we're being sort of attacked, or we're being defensive for whatever reason. We're making some choices about what? The Lovers. This is interesting. So I have to ask the question, do they have something else going on? Do they have somebody else that is an ex that is contacting them? That's where we're headed here. It's almost like an ex is contacting them, and it's sort of throwing them into a decision-making process. Because normally, we got a Capricorn. Capricorn is, pretty stable with that. Capricorn's pretty good with that. Capricorn knows what they want. They usually know what they need to do to get things. Capricorn doesn't really mess around. They're not like a wishy-washy, feel to them. But this indicates almost like that there's an ex that's reaching out, or something else is coming in. There's another influence coming in that's forcing the choice to be made, which is really weird here, especially if this person is dedicated. And again, a Capricorn just doesn't feel something weird's going on. So where does this lead us, right? Where are we sort of being in here? Dominion, they end up making the choice, and the choice may not be in your favor. Again, we're going out on a limb. Marge, going way out on a limb here. I'm just telling you what the cards is, entertainment purposes only, but we're ending in the disappointing love card. This is sort of the leaving and abandoning. Could that be leaving and abandoning somebody other choice that they were going to make? Could it be leaving and abandoning an ex, somebody that they were hanging on to, somebody that had maybe is sort of another thing? Could it be something related to work or something like that? I really don't think so. The Lover sort of eliminates a lot of that. It just sort of points at love, basically. Again, we do make the choice. Dominion is all about, I have the power to make this choice. I have the abilities within me. I have the ability set up to make this choice. It's not like that I'm just being forced around by somebody else, but there you go. Anyway, the ending of this doesn't look good. It's the Eight of Cups. It says we're abandoning, we're leaving, we're setting out. I don't know what exactly this means in your particular situation, but overall, there is the story that the tarot deck tells. Anyway, Marge, good luck with all of that. Let us know how that works out. All right, let's see. And as I say it 50 times, but entertainment purposes only. You know what I mean. Okay. Sage Advice Tarot, looking at rest of 2020. See how that is going around. Philippe, I miss traveling. I do too. I used to go to Vegas 3 times a year and all that stuff. So there we go. All right, Sage Advice Tarot wanted to know. See, look at that nice and slow chat so I can scroll around. Oh, this is pretty nice. Nice and relaxed tonight. All right, let's get the career, see what's going on. We got the rest of all of that. See how that is going to be with, we'll use this one. We'll use the Mons Tarot. There we go. By the way, I have a tutorial coming out on how to make your own tarot deck. How to make your own tarot deck with digital apps. My current favorite digital apps is Affinity Designer, and I am going to teach you how to make a tarot card. What we're going to do is we're going to get a tarot card from the Rider-Waite, and we're going to make it in this application. And every video will cover some technique or some cool thing about it that you can use to replicate something in the card. And at the end of the video series, we'll have made a tarot card. And you can make it. It doesn't take long. I'll just show you all the techniques. So now you have the power and the ability to go and make your own deck with a cheap app on the iPad or PC or whatever. Okay. Let's see the rest of 2020. As far as career goes, 3 of Wands says we're searching. I mean, we are searching. It's not like that we're on the loose or trying to find something that's not going to be there. We are searching the Three of Wands. We're getting that search in. You know what I mean? The Devil and the Three of Swords. Ultimately, the rest of 2020, as far as career goes, I think that you're looking at a weird review. It's almost like the end of your year review ends up being unexpected and stuff like that. It just seems that the end of the year review has a couple of twists and turns in it that you're not expecting. A bit of the Three of Swords feel with that. It almost feels like if you're currently in a job that you're in for a manager change. Why not say that? Because the Three of Swords is a cutting motion, and the Devil says we have sort of a bit of a power struggle, because the Devil is over the two people. It is a manager type of situation. It's almost like we have a cutting of a manager of some type, right? Manager moves, manager has another opportunity, or something happens with this particular manager that's sort of interesting with that. So we do have, I think, a manager change sort of coming the rest of 2020. Again, this is the end of the year. I think they're actually we have some sort of a situation where it's going to be sort of weird and difficult with that situation. Temperance says overall it goes pretty smoothly for you. If we're looking for something, I think we have a nice flow of job opportunities. Maybe not even the best of things, but we do have sort of a nice flow with that. In something steady, again, we may be looking for an alternate, or we could be looking for another job. But yeah, overall, you just have sort of a mixed bag. Basically sort of moving towards a level of just changes, a level of changes, as we have a sort of a cutting motion to something, sort of a manager or supervisor or something like that. All right, DYB, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. DYB wants to know, any good news this week? Let's check that out. Let's see what is going on. T.O. got muted. Well, that's okay. I talk all the time. So if you mute me for a few minutes, that's all good. See the week ahead. Dark energy around there today. Southern Soul Tarot. Could be. I don't know. Hopefully no dark energy. It's dark outside, if that counts. DYB. It's been a hot minute since we've used the little prints. Oh, I love the little prints. I do. Eric, thank you for your donation as well. I appreciate you. We're going to be in a barber. Good decision for a life theme. There you go, Eric. That'd be cool. With the COVID thing, that'd be kind of awkward, but yeah. I know some barbershops and whatever are closing. I don't know. Will this pandemic ever end? Jesus, it's been going on forever. Okay. The week ahead at DYB, the Ten of Wands. I think the week ahead is a bit of a struggle. We have reversed Two of Cups. The people that we've been trying to connect to, we're just not able to do that. You have the Strength as well. It seems that things are just kind of working your nerves this week. We got a couple of things coming in that you're just like, okay, do I really need to deal with this? One of those things, you're getting forced into something where you really need to deal with it. You know what I mean? So there we go. You just have to sort of deal with it, and unfortunately, that's how it's going to go. By the way, you're not TO, you're DYB. I'm in the mode. You're forced into dealing with something you just don't want. You're forced into dealing with somebody that you just don't want. The Tower indicates there's a little bit of a shakeup. Could it be this particular person's bringing in the shakeup, bringing in a little bit of drama, a little bit of something else that's happening? Could be, but overall, it just feels like I need to get rid of them. Let's deal with it. Let's get them out the door. One of the things where you got to take your priorities. So you can get embroiled in the drama, in the games, or you can just deal with it and get them out the door. I think dealing with it and get them out the door is going to be your best bet for this. But overall, this week, it looks a bit challenged. We have the Ten of Wands being loaded up with stuff we don't want, we don't care about. A particular person is doing that as well. The Tower indicates they are trying to cause an event, or they're trying to cause a game or a little bit of drama or something like that. You sort of want to watch out for that. And again, don't get embroiled within that. Don't participate in that. Make sure and take the easy way out. Get out the back door if you can. You know what I mean? Get out the back door if you can. That is going to be good. I wear a mask, and so does the client. There you go, Eric. That's all you need. A couple of masks and some good jokes and good stories. All right. All right. Barber, Eric. Let's see if that's going to be a good thing for us. Barber or no? What is going to be that? What is going to be that? By the way, we are ending soon. We're kind of wrapping it up. We had a nice, relaxed, easy night. Just sort of smooth gliding through here. Let's go with this one. I do like this one. Gilded Terror Royale, by the way. Ciro Marchetti at his best. It's a shame he's not going to do any more of these things. I am going to write him tomorrow, and I'm going to ask him if he's going to do some classes. Because I want to know. I want to know what is going on here. I'm going to teach you how to make a tarot deck, but my classes are going to be kind of crappy. I'm just saying, you're not going to get like this out of my class. I'm just saying that now. You're not going to get this out of the class. Mine's going to be like a really simplistic, kind of cute little tarot. All right. Barber or no, what is it going to be the thing? 5 of Wands, 7 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. It does say that the Barber has a few things going for it. One is the camaraderie and the stability. It seems like when you just sort of hop into something. Gabrielle, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Oh, well, thank you, Eric. I appreciate you. We have the camaraderie and we have this personability that you bring to the table that most people don't. All right. You have an ability to just small talk, bring people's personalities out, learn about a person, make them laugh, make them comfortable. People like that. And that's sort of the thing with the Barber or whatever you're going into. People being around you, being able to interact with people is going to be your mainstay. That's going to be where your talents lie and where people really want to come to you. And people will know you. They will come back to you. You will have a steady flow of things. Now, one thing you do have is a volatility of this particular thing. The 7 of Wands reversed. We have a bit of a volatility here. In other words, I'm not going to find this one barbershop that's my soulmate and be there for the rest of my life. It's going to be kind of a hard search to get into that situation. You're in with this up or down business model. You have some unpredictability with it, with the COVID, with all these states locking down back and forth. Lockdown, it seems, every 6 months. We have a bunch of things sort of happening with that. And there is some volatility as far as money is concerned. That's why you see the Ace of Pentacles being reversed, right? So if you're looking for finding the soulmate place, it may be kind of hard. You may be moving around at first, may have a couple of challenges with getting that done. The 7 of Wands as well says you'll get into some situations where you're just not paid what you sort of want to get paid, right? High Priestess says ultimately you probably have a better option. I mean, there's a better option for you. Again, that can use your skills as a people person, can use your skills. If people are just comfortable with you, people enjoy being around you, people just like hanging out, talking to you, and they remember you. You're memorable when people interact with you. So it is sort of something that is possible. But you do have a lot of negatives, sort of downsides within this field type thing. And the High Priestess says you may want to hit the books, learn something else. High Priestess is about learning, getting knowledge and gathering that knowledge and using it to your advantage or using it to your betterment. And the High Priestess at the end sort of means maybe hit the books, maybe see what other options are there with my particular skill set that I could go into, that I could be, have a little more pay, a little less volatility with that. So there you go. There you go. That is the read. Entertainment purposes only, though. As always, don't judge a career based upon some random dude reading cards on the internet. All right, Gabriella, how does Christian feel about me? All right, let's see about that. Aries rising. Oh, my. Aries rising, Capricorn with an Aries rising? Oh, okay. Well, that should be fun. All right. Christian, if I can spell the name right, would be great. Christian, how does Christian feel about me? Let's see about that. Last reading of the night. We are wrapping it up as always. It has been so fun. It's been so fun being with all of y'all. All of y'all complete me. Y'all make me happy. This is the thing. Okay, serious. I'm totally serious on this. When I come into the stream, Sometimes I'm just in a bad mood. Like I worked all day, had a crappy day, I'm in a bad mood. And all of y'all on the stream bring my spirits up. Like I've never ended the stream like tired or upset or anything like that. I'm always like energized and happy and stuff like that. So I got to like cool down for a couple of hours just because I'm so hyped. Because all of y'all are so kind and wonderful and awesome. Y'all here every day, hanging out with me, asking cool, fun questions. I love reading tarot. I get the opportunity to do that in live. You know, I'm just saying. I appreciate all of you. Basically, this is the thing. There you go. All right. Let's see. Christian going to be a thing. Three of Swords, Queen of Cups, Lovers, and the Knight of Pentacles. Oh my. It's an interesting kind of combo here with the Three of Swords and the Lovers. You have the downside of the relationship and then the upside in the relationship. What does this mean? It means we have an off and on feel to it, or almost like that we have an off and on possibility. They could just not like you. They could just be upset. They could be upset with somebody else. They could be embroiled in another relationship. They could be in a bad breakup. We have this Three of Swords moment where it just feels like that things aren't going well with love. Is that you? No, because you're asking how they feel about you. I assume that you're not in a steady relationship. If you are, it may explain, maybe it's a spicy relationship. Maybe it could be an on and off relationship in the future or whatnot. Queen of Cups says you're really tied to Christian. You're really tied to Christian. You know, I think you're addicted to, you have a little Christian addiction. Let's get the hearts. You have a little Christian addiction in here. Gabriella. You do. You have a little addiction for that. The Queen of Cups, they make you feel nice. They give you a little of the tingles. They give you a little of the floating hearts in there. So yeah, I think you have a little bit more invested maybe than Christian does. It sort of feels that way, right? The Queen of Cups into the Three of Swords. Maybe I'm a little more invested than Christian is. Lily, thanks for joining us. I appreciate that. Could be that. It could be Christian's breaking up with somebody. Christian's embroiled in some drama with a previous relationship that just won't go away. Maybe somebody's stalking him. I don't know. They have the Three of Hearts bad feel to that. The Lover says ultimately you have a good possibility with Christian. You do, which is good because, you know, you got a little of that a Christian addiction going on. Knight of Pentacles says that you're looking for a little more serious thing than Christian is, though. There's that. Christina, welcome. How you doing? I think you have a little more invested than Christian. The Knight of Pentacles, it's more like just this moving through, passing through type feel. So a little more investment from you than them. So remember, that'll be a little bit of an imbalance, you know, as far as the balance goes. It may be a little bit imbalanced. So there you go. It sort of feels like that. Anyway, that's the biggest cup you've ever seen. Well, CM, you know, if you're going to go cups, you need to go big. You need to go big. Speaking of going big, I'm going to go big and go home. I'm going to go eat dinner. Thank you all for being here. As I said before, it's just amazing that I get to come on here and read tarot, and I'm always hyped and happy when I leave. So another night, another beautiful night, Monday night. I hope yours goes well. We will see you tomorrow.